The rules of firearm safety say that we have to watch our backstop at all times. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Saginaw, Michigan. This is an officer-involved shooting that teaches all of us about the importance of the rules of firearm safety, particularly the rule about knowing your target and what lies beyond it. It also teaches us the importance of partner tactics and about having your first aid skills and equipment and training ready. An officer has this guy in the back of his car. You can see that he's got the car doors open here, and this guy's actually slipped out of a cuff inside the back of the officer's car, and he's going to start banging on the door of the car to try to get out of it. And when the officer responds, all hell is going to break loose. We're going to listen in on the dash cam. It's got audio here that's very important, and then we'll come back and learn some lessons in just a minute.
We have an officer shot in crossfire. Get down, lay down.
Scary stuff right there. Let's go back and learn some lessons. As always, there's 8 lessons on our website, but let's think about some of the most important ones here. First of all, that these officers, they got to deal with this kind of crazy stuff all the time. And this is one of the reasons I'm so respectful of police officers, because, as a CCW, you and I are probably not going to deal with this kind of stuff. Having to go in to get this guy. Now, the officer, one of the things that it doesn't say or doesn't show real fast is that this guy, because he has a hand free, actually is going to go for the officer there and get him in the eyes. Now, as this officer opens the door to go help his partner, you heard the scream last time, and that scream was from the other officer on the other side, because this bad guy is trying to gouge his eyes out. And one of the things that you got to be able to do is to get that high thumb pectoral index and shoot as fast as you can to get that threat off you in an entangled gunfight. Incredibly important skill. And when you do, we always train to kind of try to do that in a downward angle to minimize the risk to those around us. I don't blame him for it a bit though. Next, I want to see in this officer here, you see the fibs factor. We talk about fudge, I've been shot, and that happens in the bad guys. We get a good example of it happening here in a good guy. Oh no, something just happened to me. I got to get out of here. Obviously, that's something that we can say we want to train out through, but boy, that's hard to do in the moment. The other officer here did get in there, and he put enough shots on this guy that the bad guy is taking the room temperature challenge. But now you got this officer who's on screen who's dealing with the fact that his eyes have tried to be gouged out, and he can barely see. You heard him say that. And this officer is shot, and he is bleeding very badly. So he's going to come over to his partner and say, put a tourniquet on it. But this is why I tell you, his partner can't really see right now. You got to have your tourniquet on you. You got to be able to put it on yourself. Put it on one-handed. This guy's shot in the right arm. To be able to put it on with your left hand, your non-dominant hand, onto your dominant arm, one-handed by yourself. This is an incredibly important part of having a tourniquet. Thankfully, the other officer was able to see enough, got his tourniquet on him, got the blood flow stopped. This guy didn't have any lasting problems from it, as everything that I've read. The officer recovered fully. They take appropriate follow-up actions. Obviously, if you're a CCW here, get him in the car and get him to the hospital as fast as you can. These officers had to stay on scene because they got a dead bad guy there. But if you don't, get him in the car and get him to the hospital as fast as possible. All things considered, watch those shots. You can't always stay out of the danger zone, though. It doesn't always work that way. These officers did a good job of getting the tourniquet on, and they covered their asp.